Well, as far as the first episode goes, why not do it on a freezing cold day in my uninsulated garage and in a project that I had no idea I was actually going to do until about 30 seconds ago. So we're going to do a picture frame. I've never done one this way. It's still pretty easy. I've just never done it. So we're going to give that a go, and we're going to frame this guy up here. Gonna see it there? And then I also got a smaller one that we're going to do as well. So we will do that, and we'll kind of go through things here periodically. Always be sure when you're making important measurements and writing them down, you grab like just the closest piece of wood that you can find. That way you make sure to lose it and have to remeasure. So this is going to be the gist of her, but I want these to kind of sit down. So I'm actually going to take out half of this piece and half of the bottom piece, and they'll sit together. So we'll do that. So this is 5/8, which means I need to go halfway, which is 5/16 is halfway. So I then need to set the height of my table saw blade to 5/16. I just kept sliding the table saw over a thickness of the blade till you go all the way through. Then you just kind of clean up all this crap here with a chisel or sandpaper. You could do the whole thing with a chisel really, but I'm all about the power tools. Then it just kind of clips in there, clips in down there, and then we'll clean her up and paint her. And away she goes. And that little guy, don't worry about that little guy. The old rustic barn board type look is in right now, so we're just going to leave that little guy. Square it up. Put a few brad nails into her. Bob's your uncle. Now, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to glue these joints before, but it's really cold and I left my glue out in my uninsulated garage, so we're just not going to bother. If you're wondering a good way to check the corners are square, you can do diagonal across each corner if it's the same measurement. Should all be square. My favorite way, however, is using a square. So you just stick that guy, kind of hard to see there, but you stick that guy on, and if there's no gaps between the bottom or on the far side, that corner is square. Also, if you are looking at getting a square, they are different. There are good ones, there's crappy ones. This is by far my favorite one, the Swanson Speed Square. You can start getting them in Canada now, I think, in different hardware stores, but you used to have to get them from the States. They got all these extra little notches for doing like sort of typical measurements and things that you routinely need when framing a house. You can do an entire house with this square. Everything from the roof to the floor to everything is can be done with this square. So I highly recommend, if you're looking for a little speed square, you get the Swanson one. And we give her the old spray paint treatment. I was just going to go straight black. Well, kind of looks like it is in this crappy light, but I'll show you in a different one. But instead I spray painted the whole thing and then gave her a quick little wipe down, just a light wipe, kind of expose some of that wood grain again. So give it a bit of a distressed look, kind of off the cuff, but hey, looks good. I like this product. It's called a monkey hook. That's maybe not actually what it's called, but that's what I call it. One of those as seen on TV products that actually works. Can you use these to hang up the picture? So I made my center mark of where I want to hang down the picture from there. So you measure over both ways, and of course, the one time you don't want to hit a stud, I hit a stud. That's okay though, this was just kind of a rough anyways. The height down is really the only thing that matters. So we'll go over how these work. Pretty simple. See if I can do it one-handed. So you just cram them in there. Maybe. There we go. Slide in. And up and around. Sometimes you gotta give them a little tap, but usually they're pretty good. And there you have it. So it looks pretty darn nice, not bad for what truthfully can be done in about half an hour plus whatever time it takes for paint to dry.